Now, this is a very important question. Somebody asked Mother, how do we make our resolutions firm? We want you, but we get so lost in life that our will becomes weak. We start wanting other things. We get distracted by other things. How do we make our resolution to want only you strong? Sweet Mother, how can we make our resolution very firm? Mother, by wanting it to be firm. Laughter. No, Mother says, this seems like a joke, but it's absolutely true. One does not want it truly. Do you resonate with it? We want to want it, but do we truly want it? We don't really want it. We want everything else more. We want attention from that person more. We want outcomes for ourselves and our loved ones more. We don't truly want the divine more than anything else. That's what Mother's pointing out. One does not want it truly. There is always, it's a lack of sincerity. If you look sincerely, you will see that you have decided that it will be like this. And then beneath there is something which has not decided at all and is waiting for a second of hesitation in order to rush forward. So a surface part of you has decided that, I want to consecrate my life to the divine and to the Mother. But in the vital or mental, there's a part which does not want it and wants the slightest hesitation in you to jump forward and say, no, this is more important than remembering Mother. First solve this, first sort this out. This is far more important. So that, Mother says, is a lack of sincerity. So I think I was telling y'all when we were at our Pandi trip, something that really strikes me as so sincere. You know, the Park Guest House in Pandi, it was run by Kusum Bain, who left her body very recently. And she was given the charge of the guest house by the Mother herself. And the Mother has visited Park Guest House many times. And it was very special to Kusum Bain. Now, during the tsunami, there were massive announcements, vacate and all. And we all know Pandi was very badly hit. Now, Kusum Bain's sincerity, Mother has given me the charge of Park. I cannot abandon it. So, literally, she would not abandon what appeared to be a sinking ship. You know how Park is, it's on the shore. So she said, Mother has given me this. If I have to die, I will die here only. I will not budge from here. She did not want her life or her safety more. She wanted to safeguard the charge Mother had given to her, whatever the consequence. So that is absolute sincerity. And then when she said that, all her staff also said, okay, Kusum Bain, if you're staying, we are also staying. And they all stayed. And not a drop of water came into the lawn. You know how the lawns are, like the waves are lapping it. Tsunami came and went, not a drop of water came into the lawns. So if you have that kind of sincerity where you don't care about your life or death because you care about the divine so much, you're bound to be looked after. But you need that kind of sincerity and you need that kind of trust in the divine. If you are sincere and get hold of the part which is hiding, waiting, not showing itself, which knows that there will come a second of indecision when it can rush out and make you do the things you have decided not to do. But if you really want it, nothing in the world can prevent you from doing what you want. It is because one doesn't know how to will it. It is because one is divided in one's will. If you are not divided in your will, I will say that nobody in the world can make you change your will. But it's like one part of us wants the Mother, but another part of us doesn't want her at all. It wants all the ordinary things in life. Mother says to learn how to will is a very important thing. And to will truly, you must unify your being. In fact, to be a being, one must first unify oneself. If one is pulled by absolutely opposite tendencies, if one spends 3/4 of one's life without being conscious of oneself and the reasons why one does things, is one a real being? One does not exist. One is a mass of influences, movements, forces, actions, reactions, but one is not a being. One begins to become a being when one begins to have a will, and one can't have a will unless one is unified. So unless we are unified around the psychic center, we don't really have a will. We want something now, somebody else comes and tells us the opposite, we think, I don't want this, I want that. We really don't know what we want unless we are unified around the psychic. And when you have a will, you will be able to say to the divine, I want what you want. So beautiful, no? I want what you want, but not before that. Because in order to want what the divine wants, you must have a will. Otherwise, you can will nothing at all. This is such a beautiful paradox. That's why Mother says it's very important to individualize the ego before you surrender. If you haven't individualized, what will you surrender? You have nothing to surrender. So you have to have a will, and then that will can be surrendered to the divine, that whatever you will, let that happen. You would like it very much. You would very much like to want what the divine wants to do. You don't possess a will to give to him and to put at his service. Something like that, gelatinous, like jellyfish, there, a mass of good wills, and I'm considering the better side of things and forgetting the bad wills, a mass of good wills, half conscious and fluctuating.